Wholeness, beautiful beings. Welcome to Notes of Nara. My name is Nadja Rashida, and may this message find you well and whole. I forgot to bring my flute. I'll be mindful of that next time. Today's topic is inspiration. There is no doing without first being. I have one of my mentors used to say, forget about the do. Stop doing and just be. It's about the being. It's about your state of being that dictates what you create, that dictates what you do. If your state of being is vibrating at a lower frequency, your state of mind will be affected, your state of feeling will be affected, your state of doing will be affected. Everything ties down to or boils down to your state of being, consciousness, existence, presence. A lot of the time, especially for creatives, people that are into the arts, whether that's dance, music, design, art, painting, writing, producing, directing, whatever the media is, right? Inspiration is a frequency that comes and goes, right? Like something will inspire, just a little seed, boop, and then it's almost like a bird, right? And this mystical, magical bird, I'm going to say phoenix, this mystical, magical phoenix flies in and it drops this beautiful seed, and the seed carries a flame that's going to spark, something amazing for you. And just as fast as it arrives, it leaves, and that's the gift of the spirit of inspiration. To find that muse. And here's the thing, you must act. When you receive it, you have to act on it. And then you have a choice. You feed it, nurture it, or you work on it a little bit, you put it away. I have found that when you start something and then you put it away, it becomes just a thing. It loses its magic. And so when you're inspired in that moment, when you receive that spark, right, that turns into a magnificent flame of ideas and dreams and visions and visualizations, you have to run with it. You have to run with it until as far as you can go, because when you drop it, then it turns into something else. It's not bad, not good. There's some projects I'm working on that I know is probably going to take about a decade if I'm full, with consistency. There are some projects I know I'll be able to get done within the next 6 months. There's some projects I have no clue where it's going to take me. I'm inspired enough to give it life. We are life givers. We are life givers. Or we can choose to be life takers. When the spirit of inspiration drops in, only for a specific amount of time, we have a choice to make. We can give life to what the seed, the idea, or we can take that life away and put it away and save it for another day. But there's something so pure and so magical about that moment when you're inspired. So, I used to be so focused on the do, and this summer I've shifted into state of being. You are what you do, truly. And when you put more focus on your state of being, it shapes your personality, your persona, which is your thinking, your feeling, and the actions that you take. When you truly believe that you are an artist, a creative, a spirit, a healer, a teacher, plethora of many different things, then your actions and behaviors are automatic. You don't have to sit and think of becoming something. You don't have to sit and feel your way into becoming something. If you find yourself constantly doing that, where you're like, I am a dancer. I am a dancer. I dance all the time. I am a dancer, right? You're saying it, you're thinking it, you're feeling it, but your feet aren't moving. Your body isn't swaying with the rhythm around you. Then are you truly a dancer? You know, that's a very hard question to ask, because it puts things into perspective, and it forces you to be honest with yourself. It's okay to fall in love with the idea of art, of photography, of writing a book, or, you know, creating an art piece, traveling, buying a home. It's okay to, ooh, I love that idea. But it doesn't mean that that idea is in your heart. In the previous video, I was talking about your heart's desire. Is it truly your heart's desire to make music, or to travel, or to go to school, or to open your business? A lot of the time people run into these blocks. They're like, I don't understand why I can't do this. I don't understand why, you know, I'm not. And it's like, is it truly of your heart? Is this a heart calling? Is this a heart desire? If it's not a heart desire, it's going to feel like work. It's going to feel like effort. You're going to feel really just bogged down. I was speaking to someone the other day, and this person mentioned that, you know, they don't want to have a career or a job. They don't want a job that feels like a job. Like whatever they do, their passion, they want it to feel like it's just it's who they are. And by doing it, that's just what they do. It's a state of being. It's not just a job. It's not just a career. It's not just a position or a job or a salary. It's who and what they are. Excuse the noise. A little tight. But yeah, this is incredibly important, especially, you know, if you're trying to figure out your purpose in life. And look, I'm done with that narrative too. Oh, find your purpose, find your meaning. You're going to go through so many evolutionary changes on your path. Like for me, serpent energy is very strong. That's one of my medicines. And I'm constantly shedding skin. Constantly. Life, death, rebirth. Life, death, rebirth. It's cyclical for me. It's part of my makeup in this life. It's almost expected at this point, you know? Big changes, little changes, or massive changes. That's just part of my existence. And so to attach myself to one, this is my main purpose in my entire life, I think is bogus. I think it's dangerous. I think it drives people crazy, and it just begets more and more suffering. Because you're trying to glue yourself to one way of doing something, one approach, one reason to be here. Hello, you have family, you have friends, you have communities, you have jobs, several different jobs you're gonna get into, or one job, and that job's gonna take you all over the place as far as your human evolution goes. You know, marriages, children, moving from one town to the other, one state to the other, one country to another. You know, you're going to be challenged. Health issues, you know, or health improvements. there's so many purposes and meanings behind everything. And that's something you got to be really, really careful, you know, because when you're inspired, or when the spirit of inspiration is trying to work with you, you can't lock into just, you know, you can't lock into one reason of why you exist. You know, that's we're here for so many reasons. And some people believe that we're not here for anything at all, but I don't believe that. Not at all. I believe that we're constantly learning. We're constantly teaching. We're constantly expanding, even when we feel stagnant, even when we feel blocked, even when we feel unfocused. Yes, when you feel distracted and unfocused, distraction, lack of focus, and boredom. These are frequencies that, excuse me, these are frequencies that you have to sit with, that are teaching you something about your creative processes. I might have to end this video because I'm coughing. Probably need to drink more water. But yeah, that's the overall message, you know? There is no doing without being first. You have to be. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to be, and everything else will follow. Not the other way around. Oh, let me do this so I can become that. No. If I do enough of this, then I'll be recognized. Then I'll be this thing. No. Are you this thing or not? That's the real question. All the doing is going to feed that being, because you're already you're already integrated the state of being an artist, a dancer, a singer, a healer, a writer, a producer, director. It's very crucial. Be before do. Not the other way around. Thank you so much for tuning in. So sorry for the little coughing fit. Part of being human. Thank you so much, and may this message find you well and whole. And be on the lookout for more messages, and I'll include my flute more. I apologize for that. Usually I have it right here, but it's in the other room. Okay, thank you. Bye.